This is a video blog. I'm supposed to record like my life. I can observe my actions and reactions and the tones of my voice. Things that you can point out during any type of monologue that I have. This is the part where I start facing stage fright and burp and get nervous. Yeah, I know. Look at all this fear coming out of my throat. I feel like I've been doing a lot of thinking recently. I do that thing with my voice, usually whenever I'm talking in front of other people. I also lower my voice, and sometimes my voice shakes. But I know that I found a voice that I can detect underneath all those voices. The speech impediment thing is something I'm detecting right now as well. Not really sure where I developed that type of speech, but I'm glad I got to take note of that. I feel I do a lot of things that I've developed a speech for almost every fear. I feel I've let these voices or lack of voice keep me held back. Upon realizing I have felt I've lied about my inner truth and who I was angry, but also enlightened. The feeling that I have that describes enlightened is a feeling of comfort knowing that none of it really matters. And it felt like to me as if I went to war playing a game using a voice inside of me, and I decided I just wanted to put down my weapon. I was done. Too many people were getting hurt. That was what drove me. I was like, I don't want to play this, though I do believe everybody can see how some things are hurting in the way that we talk. When I feel like I put down the weapons and walked away from the battlefield, it just felt good, and it was a great feeling to know and understand I had a choice to not participate. I wanted to help others achieve the same thing. Forgetting a little bit of my character. The character is something I feel tames the inner child from being a total clown, because I felt like a clown, and it was fun, and I had so much freedom to express that. I still have a whole shitload of work to do before I can just achieve total enlightenment, and I believe that these ways I've expressed myself recently was just but unfair. I know what my experience is, and I just wanted others to understand. But I am not in a place right now to be trying to teach others of that I don't understand. I can just only use my voice and my experiences and my truth. So being brave isn't easy to do. I'm still scared to be so exposed. I feel like the things that I want to hide are going to be hard to deal with. But I also know it will free me, because healing, like truth heals. I've been seeing a lot of algorithms speaking about not seeming meek and weak, and that kind of got to my head, because every time I can detect a moment, even through this entire video, that I seem meek or weak, then I start to get nervous and scared, and I try to change what it is that I'm doing. And that's just something that I need to work on, because it's okay if I put something out there that seems this way right now, as long as I keep holding myself accountable for my actions, for myself, my way I use my own language. Right there, I feel like I was trying to defend something that didn't feel good. I feel like a lot of hard truths are going to come out between me and the people I love, and that's not an easy thing to do, but it's the most necessary thing to do. I have to be held accountable for any kind of instinctual behavior to really purely do what I found was right. I saw the way things were being done, and I decided to intervene with something as a way to get people to understand. What I feel ended up happening is, instead of getting people to understand, that I've gotten people to be afraid of me. And that's where I am taking the accountability for striking that fear in other people. I don't want to act that way or treat people that way. I don't want to shame people to teach them a lesson. I don't regret anything, because it taught me some very hard lessons that I needed to learn about myself. And I only could have learned those lessons if I didn't try. I'm still learning. I'm still reflecting. I still care. I still love with all of my heart. That word just always appears in my vocabulary. Like I'm justifying myself all the time. I don't want to strike fear in anybody. I don't want to be better than anybody. I don't want to talk like I'm better than anybody. This is not part of me. When you love somebody so much, sometimes you just want to shake them. Like, wake up. What you're doing is hurting others. But that is not for me to understand. That is for me to know and understand, but for you to learn. I felt like I had to let a little bit of my own inner monster out. I feel like I have to get to know who that monster is in me so that I can start telling the truth and become friends with the monster so it doesn't become my enemy and keep me blocked from living my truth ever again. My monster is where I found my courage, my confidence, my voice, my heart. It also is where I found how cruel I can be. I can be cruel. I feel like others can be cruel. We don't mean to be. It's just part of being human. We can be cruel in smart ways, strategic ways. I've played the part before. That's not really who I am. That is me, but that doesn't have to be. So that's where I'm at. I'm here, working on myself in the safety of my home, doing what I can with what I have, as openly and as honestly as I can, possibly, because in that place of honesty with who I am is where I find freedom. If I talk about my own experience of how I even got here, sharing my story could help other people. Strength I found in me is the strength that I see in everyone. This is hard. Having a tough.
It's hard, but you're doing great.
And I'm not supposed to show this little side of me because nobody's going to respect me. That's a thought. Like my words aren't valuable because of my stage in progress. Or like I had this stage and I broadcasted it and it could be pulled up to be used against me. Like, oh, she's so strong 10 years from now, but let's watch this one video where she was showing who she really is. Whenever that person I really am right now is just somebody I'm not going to be in 10 years. I'm going to be so much stronger. I will learn so many lessons. I'm going to look back on this and be embarrassed and I will laugh because I was lost as much as everybody else. I'm just having fun. None of it matters. And I know this. I understand this. So I am sorry if I have ever hurt anybody in the process of my progress. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't my intention to use anybody as a tool to get me through my own shit. I mean that. I just want to be able to talk openly and honestly from now on with everybody I know. I want to be a resource for others who want to help each other. I see it like just this community of people together helping each other get through life and remember where the distractions lay, where we will all remind each other, because I forget too. I can't just stay like this. I'm going to get wrapped up in the bullshit again. I can stay like this if I run away or if I just, do exercises to play along, go get a job, just play along and just realize that none of it matters and it'll never stress me out. There's many options I have here. But really my biggest dream is, what really drives me is the idea of community. All of us helping each other get through life the right way. So I can't define what the right way is for you, but everybody knows. There's a little voice that knows inside of them that on top of the layers of stuff, it's an oppressed voice. One that yells and screams but is the least heard because, whoa, where did that come from kind of stuff. And from my experience, have been told, I don't even know who you are anymore. So then I start to think about it. I start to feel like maybe there was just something wrong with me. Once I was in a safe place to be able to follow that voice, the one that screams the loudest inside of me, my monster, when I found it, it gave me all this, what I've always had, life, a shared life. It gave me my meaning of life. My meaning of life is the understanding that we all share the same life. To have that and know it and obey it, that we all have a shared life. There is no my life anymore. I no longer want to say my life. There's no possession of a life. As long as I respect this one thing, an understanding I feel going to take me very far. I just don't want to go alone. I just want to take people with me. So I'm fishing. It's like, who wants to bite? I don't want to hurt people. I still love all of my friends, but I don't want to impose. So I'm going to be a little nuts. I'm going to have outbursts because it's my process. And if you want to do it, I'll accept your process too. Scream top of your lungs and I will love you and hold you as you scream, because that's what we should all be doing. But I can't say that. I need to work on that. But I can't say that. I can't say what we should be doing because it's your journey. It's your dream too. I can't tell you what your dream is. I can only tell you what mine is. Get ready for a phone interview. I have glasses. I can put these on. It is July 5th, 2020, 12:25 p.m. And anybody out there listening, thanks for listening. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck.